Hi, everyone. So, I have a lot of new information coming through that is confirming so much for me. It took a little while to kind of consolidate a lot of these ideas and pieces and fractals and fragments of, you know, my avatar self as a whole, holy, holistic, completed being, a soul, because we've been fragmented because of these, forces and time and the duality reality that we were born into, which is now confirming that we are, once you transcend duality into polarity, which is the natural rhythm of life and the alchemical ancient Gnostic wisdom, when you consolidate all of this into your being and you know thyself as that, and you don't forget anymore, and you don't fall into fear, and you don't fall, and you're patient, you know that there is a divine alignment to the unfolding of your destiny or your dharma, then yeah, you're on that path of mastery of what the mystics, and the alchemists were actually living. And that is my path. I have chosen it, although along the way I wasn't aware of it. But I've been following this guidance, this still small voice from within, and I've been doing deep work through breath work, through shamanic initiations, through all kinds of things throughout my life. And I'm in a place now where I just want to share my embodied wisdom because it's time. It's time for me to do that as a teacher, as an eternal student, of course, but as a teacher as well, because it's important that I do that for my journey. For you, that's up to you to discover and to see where your truth and your alignment is happening. But I'm going to share a little piece of this from the Law of Time, which is the Mayan wisdom. And recently I've connected with people online that I don't actually know in person, but I feel like our souls know each other, which is Ascending Maya. And just like cosmic brother, with the information that I personally love and align with. And the Mayans have been, the ancient galactic Mayans are actually the architects of universes. And it explains why I've been so, into the law of time, what is time, space, quantum physics, spirituality, transcending the body, all these things and experiences that have shown me that I am this eternal being. And now I'm in a place where I don't want to forget and have my memory wiped out. This time, I'd like to keep it, but not in an artificial way, in a organic ascended master way. So the Mayans, these are the original matrix avatars, and I have a connection to this. So if you're listening to me, I don't know how you found me, if you're interested in these things, but I talk about this, the soul, ascension, the vision of what's coming for humanity, the new humans, the golden era, the Aquarian age, all of that, what is happening on our planet right now, why these systems are collapsing, why they're fighting like crazy to keep an old system going, which is actually already obsolete. This is what is our power to step into. And I didn't realize how much power I had, but somehow something did know. And that's a whole other conversation. But I'm just glad that I'm still here after 3 near-death experiences that were pretty intense and quite strange, actually. But I'll be writing about those in another book at another time. I'm finalizing my first book right now on coherence and sovereignty, and how we can connect to this inner guidance, this intuition, this gnosis, the knowing that transcends a lot of the fear, division, and the lower timelines. So humanity is at a crossroads right now, and in the next few years, there'll be a lot of big decisions to make. Every soul gets to choose. So we'll see. I know myself, and I know what I'm aligning with more and more, and also the residues of the old and the patterns and the habits that need to go. They're not coming, they can't come with us in this next, it's not a chapter, it's a whole new dimensional stream of information and of reality creation. So it's pretty amazing. And these avatars know that. I believe I am an avatar. We are all avatars, but we just have to remember, and we have to go into the higher mind to gain access to this inner technology. So instead of always being dependent on getting our information out there, we're going within. And this is also Christ consciousness. This is what Yeshua was teaching. And the Christ is the light, the golden, pearlescent, effervescent light, waves of particles, energy. It has nothing to do with matter, and it has nothing to do with one avatar coming back to save everyone. I'm sorry if that busts a lot of bubbles out there, but honestly, Jesus is coming back in all of us. That's the heart awakens. When the heart ignites like fire, you've seen that, Jesus with the flaming heart. I've had that experience, so I'm activated in that way. And I didn't understand it all because I wasn't brought up in any type of, religion or even spiritual community. I've had to figure this out with just me and my divinity, my divine connection to source directly. So yeah, that's what it is. And right now as I said, we're going into a place where with resonant attunement. So I'm reading out of this 9-year vision plan that was written by the beautiful people and family, cosmic family at the Law of Time. If you want to find more about this information, they have amazing, the 13 Moon Almanac, which is not a calendar, but a synchronometer, which makes you align with synchronicities, and you start to flow in your reality because you're noticing and you're aware, you're conscious, you're present. This is the difference with being distracted all the time. So the mission is to come here at this time as a volunteer and perceive what it's like to be a divided human, and then come back into wholeness. The hollow mind perceiver is the one that can see holistically. It connects all the dots. And we're going to be going into telepathic, teleportation. All of this is going to be happening soon. Interplanetary travel without spacecrafts, because we are the spacecrafts. That's a whole other thing, but we'll get into that later on. It's the avataric light body that is activated. And this is why the orbs and things like that is people who flash in and out of dimensions. I've had contact with orbs in my life, and I believe I turned into one as well, but I wasn't aware of that, and now I am, and it's all kind of coming together in this master star template that is part of a mathematical perfect structure. Tesla knew, everything is frequency, vibration, math, numbers. So once you see that, that's perfection. That's the original blueprints. These are not the overlays of the distortion and the delusion of duality that we've been experiencing up to now, but that we need to leave behind because we're going into a next adventure at a much higher frequency. So here we are. And when we meditate upon these concepts, we can tune in and self-realize. So have a great one. Bye.